everybody. Welcome to our env-chica interview today. This is Vanessa Coppes, founder of Envy Jewelry, and I am extremely excited. Although it's been a while since I've tuned in with you, I have the amazing Terry Grahl with me today of Enchanted Makeovers. Now, a lot of you have heard of me talk about Enchanted Makeovers because it is the charity that Envy Jewelry supports, and we try to do not only through our jewelry but through everything that we put out, just and continue to spread the message of the amazing work that Terry is doing. So I want Terry to talk about a little bit about Enchanted Makeovers first, and then we're going to get into gratitude, because as you all know, this month on Envy we've been talking about gratitude because, of course, Thanksgiving is coming up. So Terry, go right ahead.
Well, Enchanted Makeovers is many... A lot of people ask me, what is Enchanted Makeovers? But I can't say it in one sentence.
Yeah.
Because it is so many layers.
Yeah.
It is empowering communities to share their talent, live more authentic life by sharing their talent and their dream with women and children in shelters.
Yes.
And I think what's so powerful is that if you can take your dream and grab another woman's hand in that shelter and say, we're going to dream together.
Yeah.
So much more powerful than saying, I'm going to go in there as a superhero and I'm going to save you, because I believe all of us are needy.
Yes.
And all of us in some ways need to be saved. So I think that's what changes communities, and that's what Ian's about.
I have to say that the one thing that touched me when I discovered Enchanted Makeovers was just your underlying message, which she is me, where you're able to see yourself in another person and in another woman going through, the difficulties that they may be going through, because at some point we all go through, we may not be lacking a home, but we may be lacking affection, or we may be lacking understanding, or just a simple connection with someone else that just kind of gets, what we're going through. So I have to say that that is expressed very clearly through everything that you guys are doing, and that's why I'm so passionate and also very in love with the foundation, because I think that the work that you're doing is just, like you said, you cannot put it in one sentence. You can't describe it. It's just out of pure, genuine love, and you can see that. You can totally see that, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to be a part of that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it's a village, as you know.
Yes.
I just have noticed back 5 years ago when it wasn't a plan, because I had a design business, and I just realized as I stood in a room with 50 women back in '07, and I broke down and I lost it, and the women, how much they supported me and said, it's okay, we're there for you. And I realized in that moment that this had to be full circle, that it really was about mother's love.
Yeah.
I noticed that with a lot of the women with the shelters, is that they've never had their mother's love, and there's some simplicity about it, but it's really not simple either. There's so many layers.
Yeah, there are a lot of layers. So, Terry, what is gratitude to you? How would you define gratitude?
Wow. Gratitude. I just think, for me, I feel like every day there's so many blessings in my life. Every day when I wake up, I always say thank you before I touch the floor. Yeah. And it's thank you to whatever. It might not be something good, but there's always lessons in everything. Yes. And we miss so many blessings every day because we're so focused on the outcome. Yes. Whatever that might be, your dream. It's a journey. It's not about the destination. And if we can be grateful for the little things, it's just from me making my own pot of coffee. Yeah. It's when the big things arrive, we're prepared for that.
What is one thing that you would say you are most grateful for in your life?
I am grateful for a mother that taught me a great coping skill, which is the power of our imagination. I think that has really helped me through my whole life, and I pass it on to my children and to the women and children and communities.
Yeah. You know, I read something this morning, kind of like preparing for our interview, where it said, you know, when, and just tying into what you said, the power of imagination and being able to cope with that. You know, when you're in your darkest moments and it seems like there is no way out, just be grateful for being able to say thank you. You know, just being able to breathe, being able to just be in that moment, and you'll realize that there is a light and that tomorrow the sun will rise again, and you know, and you can confront, and it's going to get, any situation that you're going through is going to get better. What would you recommend if, you know, someone who's struggling or someone who's going through a really hard time and they can't seem to focus on something to be grateful for? What would you recommend that they do?
I think the best advice, and I have lived this, I did this myself, is surrendering. I just pretty much got on my knees and said, I surrender all.
Yeah.
I I stepped away from myself so no one got hurt.
Yeah.
And I realized it's not about me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really take on someone else's dream and live for someone else, your own dreams come true.
Yeah.
And it's really living that authentic life that if you really can really live for someone else.
Yeah.
People always say, well, when I give, I'm going to get something in return. And I say, that's not living from your heart, because when you truly are thinking about the other person, not yourself, that's when blessings arrive that you can never imagine. Yeah. It's really, I like to always say that it's really living like childlike faith.
Yeah.
And living your life through the child from within.
Yes.
I think that as we grow up, we lose that. And if we can tap into that, magical things happen. And that's how I live my life. And what I want to give to communities and women and children in shelters. Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Terry.
Thank you, Vanessa.